Oh no. What a mess.
Not everything caught on camera is meant for entertainment. Sometimes it's survival, instinct, or pure luck that gets frozen in a few blurry frames. This video takes you through incredible real-life moments you'd never expect to witness through a lens. Lightning strikes just feet away from moving car. A car moves slowly through heavy rain on a narrow road. You can feel something isn't right. Up ahead, a dark SUV cruises through the storm, its bikes rattling on the back.
Damage to roof, siding, entries. Locations impacted include Topeka, Rossville.
Then, suddenly, a blinding flash hits a tree just off the road. A fireball explodes and debris flies everywhere. The SUV in front hits the brakes hard.
Tavia and Willard.
Ice sheet on Lake Michigan cracks open in real time. It starts quiet, just a frozen lake stretching out under the pale sky. Everything looks still. But then, something changes. A thin, dark line cuts across the ice like it's being torn open. Day turns to night and back again. The crack grows wider. That once solid ice begins to break apart into pieces. Now the lake isn't still anymore. It's moving. Wind pushes the floating ice away from shore. A quiet, frozen sheet becomes a swirling mess of broken pieces. Hog inside the heart of a breaking wave. At first, it's just calm water with a soft light over it, but the wave starts to rise fast, smooth and dark, like something's building just beneath the surface. Then the moment hits. The wave curls perfectly around the camera, forming a clear, hollow tunnel. A surfer's dream view. But it doesn't last long. The barrel crashes down hard and everything turns white.
Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end.
Nature on the move, the ice that wouldn't stop. It started like a quiet winter day by the water, but the stillness didn't last. Something massive was building at the shoreline. The cameraman's shock says it all. The ice wasn't just moving, it was rolling over the park like slow thunder, breaking trees and swallowing paths. They stood there in awe, but soon even they could tell it might be time to move. The eagle's bold move. It started like any other quiet moment by the shore, but then this majestic bald eagle came striding through like it owned the place. It didn't hesitate. Step by step, it made its way straight towards something ahead. The other birds watched, but kept their distance. With no warning, it pinned the fish to the ground and claimed it like it was always meant to be his. Storm rolls in like a wall. It started like any other day on the road. But up ahead, something in the sky made every driver slow down without a word. The vehicle pulls to a stop, and that's when you really see it. A shelf cloud, heavy and moving slow, as if it's swallowing the sky. No one says a word. Cars begin to move again, right toward the storm, like it's just another day on the road. Wave hits harder than anyone expected. Out in the open sea, the crew was watching the storm build. No one expected what was about to hit them next.
Kind of broke out, eh?
The one behind it didn't.
Behind it.
Then it showed up. A wave so tall and sharp, it looked like a wall of dark glass moving fast toward the bow. When it crashed, everything outside the window vanished underwater. The sound was all force and chaos.
Let's go! I'm not gonna lie,
A dam collapse caught in real time. It was just a regular morning at Dunlop Dam, but within seconds, everything changed right before the camera. The failure didn't stop there. One part broke, and the rest followed fast, as if the whole dam had been waiting to give out. In less than a minute, most of the center section was gone. The power of the water was too much to hold back. High-speed chase ends in shocking flip. This police dashcam footage shows how fast things can spiral out of control. What began as a routine highway pursuit turned into something straight out of a disaster scene.
Cars flipping on busy.
Right after that, we see earlier footage where traffic looks normal. But things were about to take a dangerous turn, and fast.
It's very real.
Luxury turns to horror. Building collapse, caught on camera. It was just another quiet night at a beachside resort. Guests were likely asleep, unaware that something tragic was about to unfold right outside their windows. What started as a small disturbance quickly turned into something terrifying. Within seconds, the center of the building gave way and floors began to crash down. Plane appears to fly through flames midair. A passenger looks out of their window expecting just a regular flight view. But then, out of nowhere, a giant blast of fire shows up right under the wing. The fire disappears for a second, but just when things seem calm, it bursts again, bigger and brighter. It looks like the plane is flying right through it. Toxic train disaster sends shockwaves across small town. At first glance, it looks like a movie scene, but this was real. A freight train carrying dangerous chemicals went off track in Ohio, and what followed stunned the nation. With growing fears of an explosion, officials decided to burn off the chemicals. That thick, dark smoke, it filled the town's sky for days. When a glacier comes alive, at first it looked peaceful, but you could sense something huge was about to happen. The glacier groaned, and then it began to tip forward. Then, with a thunderous splash, a massive chunk dropped in. But that was just the beginning. What came up next left everyone stunned. The ice twisted and turned, breaking through the water like something alive. The waves crashed, and the lake turned wild. As the water calmed a little, the massive iceberg floated, glistening in deep blue. A moment of power and beauty, all caught on camera. Shocking train crash caught right from the car window. It started like any regular afternoon drive. But what this couple captured just seconds later was something truly terrifying.
Oh no. What a mess.
One by one, the train cars flew off like toys. The man tried to stay calm, but his voice cracked as chaos unfolded.
Priscilla. Oh no.
Terrifying earthquake caught underwater on camera. At first, everything looked peaceful below the surface. The divers were calmly floating near the reef when something strange began to happen. Then, out of nowhere, the ground shook hard. One diver struggled to hold steady as sand lifted on its own. Even the fish seemed confused. The terrifying seconds at a train station during the quake. Right as the camera cuts to the station, things turn more serious. The ground doesn't just shake anymore, it rumbles hard enough to move steel and concrete. You can see the fear on their faces. Some cover their heads, others just stay frozen, waiting for it to end. Nobody dares to stand. Massive water burst at the dam. At first, the scene felt calm. A still reservoir, quiet surroundings, nothing out of the ordinary. But that silence didn't last long. Then suddenly, it was like a gate had snapped open. Water exploded out with full force, turning that little stream into a thundering flood. The power was unreal, and it didn't slow down. Camera angles kept shifting, but the pressure never dropped for even a second. A burning car, a life at risk, and real-life heroes. This moment was tense. A man was trapped under a burning car, and no one had time to think. People just ran toward the flames.
Everybody, 1, 2, 3, go. Come on. Go. Oh, go.
The flames were getting worse, but no one gave up. They pushed harder. More people joined in, and the car finally began to shift.
You can do it. And it's what's bad is that it's blowing. Get out. Somebody grab him.
Holy crap.
Hurry.
Two men quickly reached under the car and pulled the injured rider out just as the fire closed in.
Oh, my heck. Help out.
Oh my god.
The man is finally safe. You can hear the relief in everyone's voice.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
A quiet morning turned into a deadly fireball. The footage cuts to a peaceful neighborhood, but everything changes in an instant. A Ring doorbell cam captures a massive explosion. The damage is clear. One house gone completely. The alert from first responders says it all. The next view shows the scene from the ground. Nothing left but burned rubble. Odd child thrown from car in tanker crash miraculously survives. You're looking at dash cam footage that feels more like a disaster film than real life. It starts on a clear highway, calm and quiet until one wrong move leads to a horrifying crash. A white car suddenly swerves into a tanker truck, triggering chaos in seconds. Then, from the wreck, something almost impossible happens. A child, thrown out during the crash, begins to move and crawls. Two deadly blast hits without warning. The city looked quiet from the balcony, nothing out of the ordinary at first. But in no time, that calm was replaced by something terrifying. As the wave kept coming closer, you could feel the panic building. The person filming gasped, frozen for a moment, before the blast hit hard, and then everything just broke apart. The camera was thrown back, the sound was deafening, and you could hear fear in every voice. Baltimore Bridge collapse, caught in real time. Just before the crash, the ship had already lost its lights once. Then it happened again. This time, it was heading straight for one of the main support pillars. Within seconds, the bow slammed into the bridge. The hit was so powerful, the lights on the bridge flickered and shut off completely. He jumped without thinking, a life saved in seconds. A normal day at the station turned into a moment of fear. One child lost their footing, but one man didn't waste a second. Earlier footage shows how it all started. The child was walking behind an adult, then paused near the edge. Panic spreads. The adult turns, sees the fall, but someone else reacts faster. Then, with calm steps, he climbs back up, just seconds before disaster. From danger to raw human courage, these moments don't lie. Subscribe for more unbelievable footage that speaks for itself. Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell us what moment stood out to you. Also, we'd love to hear your ideas for our next video.